Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to my sports channel. I am the Sports Judge. Thanks for watching my videos and keeping me accountable. Much love to my viewers and subscribers for keeping up with my daily grind. I look to bring you all the best sports content on the internet. Week 3 of the NFL season was filled with some embarrassing moments. It was a crazy week 3 around the National Football League, and I'm here to break it down and give you my full reaction and recap of the games in week 3. We've had a full slate of Sunday games. If we've learned anything, we learned that the Denver Broncos are donkey doo doo. Try it again next year. Your season is over. People who think they will savage their season are not seeing the whole picture. By now, you all heard what happened on Sunday. It was ugly. It was a massacre. The Miami Dolphins beat them into submission, putting up 70 points on these dudes. Everybody on this Denver roster showed a total lack of heart. It's a culture issue. It's a locker room problem. There is a lot going on. They quit. This was a pathetic effort by the Broncos. This is unacceptable to give up 70 points in an NFL game. It's a damn shit show. I said earlier on Sunday in a short video that Vance Joseph shouldn't be anywhere near a football. Leave him in Miami. He shouldn't have a job this morning. Russell Wilson is the scapegoat. Maybe he should have decided to retire after that game because it was brutal. He should leave the game. Just a thought. There's enough blame to go around for this dumpster that has been set on fire. You can blame everything on the defense, the O-line, the receivers, the penalties. Wilson is pouring gasoline on the fire as well. But so is Sean Payton. The Chicago Bears are just as bad as the Broncos, if not worse. Let's talk about them. Wait, the Bears didn't give up 70 points. Chicago Bears fans by now are to be tired of supporting mediocrity. Those championship-starved fans deserve better than the non-competitive product they saw today or yesterday. Terrible. This franchise is getting worse each week, it seems. The fans of that city don't deserve this crap and have put up with this for a long time. The fans were duped into thinking it takes years and years to rebuild. Trust the process. What process? The Chicago Bears are trash. Garbage, no question. It's the same team as last year. This organization really does love ruining people's careers and wasting people's time. The tradition of playing with people's emotions continues. This is bad. And it can get worse. Much, much worse. Breaking news, everyone. The Bears suck. They are still a terrible team. Poor Justin Fields. This is where quarterbacks look mortal and where they come to watch their careers end miserably. I keep saying the same thing. The Bears are going to be the same exact team they are every year. We overrated the Bears. We hyped them up. I never expected them to be competitive against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You're not beating them. Almost no one outside of Chicago picked them to beat the Chiefs. Kansas City was the far better team. It has the better quarterback, the better coach, the better everything. Arguably the best tight end in the game in Travis Kelce. And all of that showed in the Chiefs' 41-10 rout of the Bears. Justin Fields is struggling to put good games together. I've stopped expecting too much from him because he's getting punished and obviously he can't read defenses very well. It's a struggling, inconsistent offense and a beleaguered defense that doesn't scare anybody. The Bears, they don't scare anybody at all. When the Chiefs offense scores on 7 consecutive possessions, scoring a touchdown on each of 5 trips inside the red zone, your defense is a problem. Your defense sucks. Oh yeah, Mahomes just sat in the pocket all day and definitely picked the Bears apart. There's another game I want to get into: the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. In the Dallas Cowboys game, this Dallas team wasn't mentally strong enough to pick itself back up after losing Trayvon Diggs for the season. The interceptions and decision making of Dak Prescott is what really holds the Cowboys back. It never fails. This team is always shooting itself in the foot thanks to Dak Prescott. One still has to wonder whether Dak is capable of leading the Cowboys to a Super Bowl. A lot of people don't believe in him. Not throwing interceptions, he won't lead this team to the Super Bowl. When they need him to be great and with all the great things around him, Dak hasn't played well. But Dak can do nothing wrong. They fired Kellen Moore, who was the fall guy. Funny how it was his fault, and yet Dak still throws a pick in the red zone. I love how the Cowboys have been unwilling to place any blame on Dak Prescott. Everyone else is to blame. Every year, Jerry and Steven says this team resembles the Super Bowl teams. They remind them of those Super Bowl teams. Every year they're talking about this being their year. You just can't trust Dak Prescott. I thought they moved the ball pretty well on the ground. I felt they should have stayed with the running game because it was working for them. The defense played overall terribly. Struggled all day to get off the field. No sacks until late in the game. No takeaways. They really missed Trayvon Diggs. Micah Parsons was quiet. He accounted for the team's only sack after splitting two offensive linemen. Relentless pursuit of the quarterback. And Dak got outplayed by Joshua Dobbs, a backup versus a franchise starter. Wow. Okay, let's dive into the New York Jets and unravel the truth. Jets are sticking with Zach Wilson, but for how long? Jets head coach Robert Saleh announces quarterback Zach Wilson will remain the starter despite another lackluster performance. That's ridiculous. You're sticking with a guy who plays scared? That's absurd. Wilson shouldn't be starting at all. How long will the Jets keep trying to convince themselves that he is the guy? Robert Saleh is in over his head. This isn't working out, and Wilson hasn't shown enough through 3 games to convince anyone that's going to change. Right now, and this is what Robert Saleh said. Right now, he's who gives us the best chance to win. No, he doesn't. Not after this dispiriting loss. No, he doesn't. You guys lost to the Patriots 15-10. And this is your guy? Your team is only 1-2? I'm not really sure how you can stay with him as your quarterback. Wilson has thrown just 2 touchdowns in 3 games. The Jets are 3 for 24 on 3rd down in their last 2 games and have scored a total of 20 points in his 2 starts. The boos started to rain down Sunday from the fans at MetLife Stadium. You got to understand their frustration. Rodgers got hurt 4 snaps into his Jets debut. That forced Wilson into action, and he has struggled to show any improvement in relief of the veteran quarterback. When a quarterback like Wilson seems indecisive and takes an amount of time to go through his reads, it's hard to see how they can get better. It's absurd to still view Wilson as some kind of savior in 2023 after Rodgers suffers a season-ending injury. It's not happening. I mean, let's be real. The only reason Wilson is still playing because Rodgers is done for the year. Other than that, he'll be on the bench. The Jets cannot start Zach Wilson again. It doesn't matter who. When you lose the locker room, don't act like you don't know why. Bench him. I don't care who the 3rd string quarterback is. Play him. Sit Wilson down. He's done. The situation with Wilson is not good, to put it bluntly. This is facts. It's pretty bad when the Jets legend Joe Namath is calling out Zach Wilson and the coaching staff with a stinging tweet questioning the team. It's becoming tough when you watch a Jets game. If only the Jets explore for a veteran quarterback on the free agent market. I think they should do that. Before I wrap this up, let's talk a bit about the Sunday night game. The Raiders hosted the Steelers. Nice turnout of Steelers fans. I think this is how Pittsburgh is going to win. When they face offensive lines they can manipulate, I think their defense got a little gassed. Jimmy G was able to go to his receivers, operate a bit differently, had time to find his guys. And let's face it, the Steelers defense kind of owned the Raiders, particularly in the first half. The defense plays with attitude, speed, and tenacity. They see the ball, they go get the ball. It was tough for the Raiders. They really couldn't do anything. They did a great job keeping the Raiders grounded, getting after the quarterback and ball, especially in the first 3 quarters. This game revealed a major problem with their defense, though. Every great defense, if and when on the field long enough, will get tired. And we saw that with the Steelers yesterday. This team leads the league in 3 and outs. They remind you of old school. They beat you over the top. They don't have a good run game to keep the defense honest. Kenny Pickett will let it fly. He moves well, but the Steelers are not a big play offense. And oh, yeah, your team was playing against Josh McDaniels. Josh McWho? Oh, Josh McDumbass, who shouldn't call another play in his life. One thing I can say honestly and candidly is that Josh McDaniels is the worst head coach in the National Football League. What is he doing attempting a field goal when you need a freaking touchdown to tie? Come on. The dumbest thing you can do in that situation. He should be stripped of all his play calling privileges. The Raiders, it's the freaking Josh McDaniels clown show in Vegas. It's pathetic. It sucks. It can't get any worse than this. Or can it? All right, everybody. I love you all to death. We'll be talking again very soon. You guys have a great Monday. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.